Yeah.
People in the chat saying Ling Lin's been pretty silent today. I agree.
Okay.
I think she's just
Okay.
maybe a little burned out from playing the past few days. I heard she had some big swings.
Let's see a set of ducks for her on this flop.
Speaking of Ling Lin, here she comes. Pocket twos.
An Aussie, ow!
It's like half the table's going to come along and see a flop.
You go to now?
So
also,
close.
like, you know, because I was in Macau, they like.
But that's a set of sixes for out.
Yes,
So, like,
Ozzy
a
Al's
big
run
flop,
good
like,
continues, and look, Vivian has the king high flush draw.
It's all like so complicated, like so.
Jew with a pair and a
I know
gutter.
some countries and you know.
Checks to him, and he's going to be the one that bets. Ozzy Al probably going to come in with a raise here, I would imagine.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I can read.
board.
Yes.
Yep, Jew's going nowhere with his gutter
Yeah, I
ball
can
either.
understand.
It was actually Vivian who bet, so makes more sense now. I wouldn't have thought Jew checked. Jew would bet if checked too. And indeed, Ozzy Al is coming in for the check raise.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Looks like it was a pretty big one as well. Yeah, $3,600, $700 bet raised up to $3,600.
I can understand the number in Chinese. Yeah. Cheap.
And I'm not sure how Vivian's going to react here to this. She has the second nut flush draw.
It's only because I was playing poker in Macau.
Oh, so how long did you stay in there?
Like 2 years? Yeah.
How do you get the rest?
Yeah, I wouldn't have imagined
No,
her
just the 3 months.
getting away from this on the
No,
flop.
just the 3 months and go back to
priced in,
Japan and
yeah.
I have to go back to 3 months and like, yeah.
He only has 15,150 in his stack.
I was there for
Jew
total,
has
like 4 years.
an easy
but
fold
I
here.
spent like 2 years in Macau.
So you play.
Just that's a pair and a gutter.
Win.
No
win,
backdoor
yeah.
flush draw.
But if he came here for a profit, this is a shot.
Nah, it's really not, because a lot of the straight cards that come in are going to be a
It
club,
used to be like a
so you're going to lose the flush draws. There's really,
Yeah, when
against
it
two
was
players, not a lot of ways that
No,
you're
like,
going to win this.
it was like 9 years ago. So
And
I was
the
playing-
one way that he
I
would have
was
won the
playing
hand
just
did come in right there.
1,500 Hong Kong dollars game.
Yep, pain.
And sometimes
That's
100
painful,
or
right?
something.
I mean, it's a very
Yeah, when
easy
I was
fold,
like
so
21
I
years
don't
old,
think so. Just
Just
got to let that go, but it is pretty sick. He hits the gutter on the turn, the non-club gutter.
He's semi-priced in.
And sometimes
I mean,
we
it was
lose
like, what,
100,
5% chance of that happening?
Yeah, so he's not priced in at all.
Unless he came to
Yeah,
gamble.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
which, you know, he did. Ozzy L's going to bet here now
Yeah, like, I
despite
was
the
playing,
one-liner to a straight.
Like 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Any deuce and any 7 is a straight.
Yeah, it was my biggest. Yeah, 300, 600 is the biggest. I cannot play one.
And very small bet sizing, $800 from Ozzy Al.
They're actually like
So you
3.
must
Oh,
play
wow.
Yeah.
And that's going to induce a raise from Vivian.
So you play like
Interesting. I was going to say that's a pretty small bet by Ozzy Al. It seems
for
kind
now,
of weird.
Like half and half.
Vivian's not buying it. She's going to raise it
like,
up.
I don't play poker for
She has a
making
blocker
money,
to the
like,
nuts,
for
and she
making
has the nut
content.
flush draw, the king high flush draw.
So I just play like 1-2 or a
Brick.
1-3, 2-5 game.
Yeah.
Also, so I
This
just
is going to be a
bubble,
very
bubble,
interesting
and,
spot if Vivian decides to
I
go
also
for
play
it.
small stakes.
She's going for it.
Yeah, she pretty much has to in this situation.
They're saying in chat if she shoves, she's a monster.
0% chance she shoves. Ozzy Al has. Oh, this is not getting
12,000.
through at all. Not getting through at all.
If Aussie Al just calls here, it's really his night.
I don't think he's going to fold a set as played here, but my initial read was there's no way he's going to fold. He doesn't really beat any value
The
bets, though,
poker?
that's for sure. He only beats bluffs, but
Actually, maybe 2 days ago.
Time chip well used right there.
Oh, you mean you hustle?
Yeah, like 200-400.
If I'm him, I'm asking him, why does she have a 7 in her hand and why does she have a 2 in her hand?
right. Well, she could have some 7s and 2s, some suited combos of those hands.
Ace 2 clubs.
I mean, if she had ace-2 of clubs, we would this hand would have played out a lot differently, I think.
Yeah, because they do like a 2,000 strata or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But anyways, the pot odds here for Ozzy Al are
That's
decent.
kind of the biggest.
Against a player
about
like
you?
Vivian, who we've seen bluff rivers quite consistently in spots where she needs to,
Oh yeah. How big?
I think Maybe I'm feeling more confident about it because I can see the cards, but I think that I would not get away from a set of sixes here.
US style? It's like in home or casino?
They obviously don't have law and order in Australia because he
There
has
we
no
go. He
interrogation.
makes the call. Makes the call. Vivian announces straight and then shows the king high. Ship it to Aussie Al.
She said, "Ah, look at the
Good
pain."
try, Vivian. She's like, well, I tried. Concur 100%.
Eight. Fold.
Oh, and the deuces fold. Well, good time to fold as Giovanni gets ace king. And a flat call with the ace king from the small blind. And there you go. Drew wakes up with pocket tens.
How much you carry?
4 player.
And there's the king and the jack for Aussie Al. Giovanni and Zhang in trouble here. Drew can easily get away from this with the tens.
3,000. Fold.
Zhang gonna bet 1,000 in position. Giovanni gonna raise it to 3,000. And now Aussie Al, 3,000 to him. 2 pair. Massively in the lead. How much does he bump this up to?
9.
Okay, 3x's that to 9. Zhang gets out the way. Now Giovanni with the decision here.
All in.
And wow. Giovanni goes all in and Aussie Al snaps it.
No discussion.
We have an 81,000 in the pot.
One time? Yeah, one.
Gonna need an ace here. 4 diamonds does not help. They're running it once.
2 pair.
And there is the 2 pair. Aussie Al's gonna double up. 41,850 going his way. Giovanni, ace king, just at the wrong time. Deciding to jam. Aussie Al thinking he was making a move.
How to reject it? Like,
Never mind, I'll do the same thing.
oh yeah. So what's happened?
Doesn't matter. Okay. 10:30.
Pocket kings for Aussie Al. It has been his night up to this point. Pocket tens for Masato. It has not been his night.
There we go.
However,
This
it
is
could
the
be
way.
worse.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the fact.
What just happened? Oh no.
Twice.
Masato 4-bet jammed the pocket
Bad timing.
tens
All bad.
for 35K.
No.
One of the biggest pots of the night, and
Once or twice.
Japanese
whatever.
YouTuber Masato is in deep trouble. He is up against the Cowboys of Aussie Al, who's been crushing the game. They're going to run it twice.
Losing half a million.
10.
He needs a 10.
This trip.
Not going to be this one.
Complete opposite of what we were
He
looking
does have a diamond, however.
This is the last
Diamond on the turn one time? No.
dead.
First board goes to Aussie Al.
The first time.
He still has 2 10s left. To save
Next
himself
board,
on
maybe
this
I will
river,
suggest it.
chop this pot, and avoid getting
I still have the out,
$71,000 pot.
Let's go.
That's good news for me.
So,
Given the
ace
amount of
doesn't
3-betting and
matter.
everything going
Ace
on
doesn't
here,
matter.
I
Doesn't
don't
matter,
mind
yeah,
the shove
really.
from him.
Good for you.
It is a
I hit a
pretty
club.
big shove, however.
Yeah.
No.
Down to 2 outs with 2 cards to come.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you for letting me know. Otherwise, I think
And the sun run for Al.
So Aussie Al scoops the $72,000 pot, and
Can I buy
Masato is
like, I don't
GG.
know. I just give you a
See if he's gonna put some more money on the table.
You can
Very,
name such
yeah,
a-
very good.
Like,
combo.
yeah.
Bad news for all you Japanese fans out there. Your boy
this and,
They're
having a
they're-
rough one.
They're feeling the pain.
They've all been there.
所以
They're screaming for
And-
10s. It didn't come.
And yeah, I don't blame him for the shove.
我不知道他
It's,
推多
it's
少的，
okay,
反正我不管。
but
他这里还有1万，
just an unlucky situation to run into
1
pocket kings
那个
there.
big tips
3块，
3块什么？
没中，
都没中呀。
省我钱了。
对啊他扣你肯定扣啊。也不会扣。
He'll bounce
你们
back.
换人家什么东西啊？
5000我肯定扣啊，
5000
我也是
5000扣
他推多少？3万。
Ozzy Al
那
up well over 100K now, I believe. I think he started the game with 20 or
70
30.
个大码。
怎么不推了？
I'm gonna buy 4.
With a pair or some low pair. So I shoved, and this guy tanked for like 3 minutes. Okay, so keep in mind the board has a 9, a 10, and a queen. A missed flush draw, there's no other flush. Tanked for 3 minutes and then called. I was like, you're good. And then he's like, turn your hand, waiting for me to turn my hand over.
Every
Good,
time.
okay, I turn it over. And he has king jack. He has the stone
I
cold
need to
nuts. And he tanked on the river for like 3 minutes and then like acted like
Nothing personal.
whatever. I
Nothing
turned my hand
personal.
over.
Okay.
I forgot you started this story with speaking of slow rolls.
Yes.
Oh, wow. All right, Vivian.
And then I'll tell you guys after this end, the guy got me again with the he shouldered me again like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, if you tank that long with the nuts and I'm not even in the hand and I'm at the table, I'm like
Yeah, it's out of line, right?
aggravating you out of life.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
35.
You know what a crop dust is?
Yes.
I would I'd crop dust those players.
Yeah, he deserved to be.
I like go over and I was like, how much you got in your stack? And I'm just cupping it. Just cupping it. I'm savage. I don't care. Will you ever get kicked out of the casino for crop dusting?
Can you imagine you go complain to the
I'm
floor?
dead serious.
Floor, this guy next to me will not stop farting. Like, come on. I don't think so.
He cup and he throw it in my face. I smell his lunch.
That'd be pretty hilarious. I think if they had proof that you were actually doing that and like wafting your farts towards someone, they
I
might
might
be
get a
able to get
warning.
you for harassment or
A
something.
warning. You're not going to get kicked out or banned. You're going to get a warning. You're going to have to prove it. And Aussie Ow putting Vivian in the tank with her pocket tens. She's not a believer that he has a queen or a jack.
Well, she blocks the straight, but beyond that, it's really hard for him to have bluffs. He could have a 10 in his hand and be bluffing because he blocks the straight, but she has 2 of them, so that also eliminates that a little bit. But yeah. So I had pocket 10s like 3 hands after this when this guy slow rolled me, right? I bet. Okay, I raise. He defends big blind. It comes 6, 6, 8. Okay, I bet. Tank calls. Turns an 8. He checks. I bet really small. I'm just trying to get some value from some hands. Like, small.
Yeah.
He calls. River's a 3. Checks. See, again, I bet super small. It's like, okay, I can get called by ace high here, some other pairs, whatever. So it's like 8, 8, 6, 6, 8, 8, 3. Oh, and here comes Vivian in with the call. She does make the call.
And Aussie Owl
is gonna
taking
take it
down almost 30,000.
Aussie Owl's heater continues.
Don't bully me.
Okay, so again, 6,
says,
6.
"Don't bully me."
Yeah, please.
Queen 10, Queen 10.